This video deals with the use of so-called subject headings in database searching. Subject headings are predefined terms that describe what a database entry is about. The Medline database, for example, assigns studies that concern heart attacks to the subject heading myocardial infarction. However, the subject heading may differ from database to database. In Embase, the subject heading for a heart attack is heart infarction. Most bibliographic databases have a collection of subject headings, but they can be referred to in many ways. Other names for subject headings are controlled vocabulary, descriptors, index terms, or keywords. The word thesaurus is used to describe a specific way of organizing subject headings. The most well-known thesaurus in the field of healthcare are the medical subject headings, or MESH for short. The MESH thesaurus is used by PubMed, other versions of Medline, and the Cochrane Library. The subject headings available in a database serve to sort individual documents into specific methodological and content categories. This makes it easier to find matching content. For example, we can sort this article into different categories. It is a randomized control trial. This is a methodological category that describes how the study was done. The topic is bacterial tonsillitis in children, which is treated with either azithromycin or benzylpenicillin benzathine. This means we can assign the study to several content categories. For example, studies on children and studies on bacterial tonsillitis. Each of these categories can also be placed in a superordinate or higher level context, which may not be explicitly mentioned in the text of the study. For example, randomized control trials are a type of clinical trial. Bacterial tonsillitis is a type of tonsillitis. The study was conducted on humans, and the drugs used are antibiotics. This type of hierarchical structure with supra and subordinate categories facilitates the search. Using subject headings, we can find the majority of all studies on a topic without having to use all possible synonyms as search terms. For example, we can find almost all studies on antibiotics without having to type every individual drug name. This is possible because collections of subject headings are usually structured as a thesaurus. That is, there is a hierarchy of categories, and every category has a predetermined name or label. For example, in MESH, randomized control trial is a subcategory of controlled clinical trial. Randomized control trials available in Medline are sorted into this category and are thus also embedded in the entire thesaurus hierarchy. Additionally, the particular wording used to describe the study design in an individual article does not matter. Using a MESH search, we can find randomized control trials even if an article uses the British spelling randomized with S instead of Z, or if a more specific term, such as randomized placebo-controlled trial, was used. Even if the study design is only described vaguely as patients were divided randomly into 2 equal groups, the study can be found using MESH. But how can we integrate subject headings into a database search? The first step is to find out if the database has subject headings available. If this is the case, they are linked to the home page of the database. For example, here in CINAHL and Embase, where the subject headings can be found under CINAHL headings or Emtree. Just remember that a variety of terms can be used to refer to the collection of subject headings. If subject headings are available, we can then search for suitable headings for our question. Often, several search terms will lead to the same entry because every subject heading has one predetermined label. Finally, we have to perform the actual database search using the subject heading. This will retrieve all database entries assigned to the specific subject heading. In this example, we have searched for all entries in the database CINAHL that have been assigned to the subject heading Randomized Control Trial. Subject headings can be used to improve the sensitivity or the comprehensiveness of a database search. This makes them an important element of systematic search strategies. In a systematic search, Boolean operators are used to combine subject headings and free text terms to create complex search strings that aim to find all studies that are relevant for answering a research question.